Hello. Whoa, what just happened? Hello. Let's see. Now I guess we should share. Say hi as you're hopping on. Okay. Hello, hello. Hey, Lisa. Oh my gosh, I was just seeing something on your page the other day and I was thinking about you and wondering how you were doing. I'm thinking I was missing seeing you in all the places. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this thing going live on Instagram and we'll see. This is my first official live stream since my, if you guys could see what I'm doing right now, you would laugh at me so hard. I literally have a tripod over here, but I'm trying to see if I can stand up my phone on a bunch of crystals. These crystals. I'm trying to make a crystal tripod right now. Crystals, it's not working very well. My goodness. My goodness. All right, is it gonna work? Am I gonna be able to make the crystal tripod or no? Okay. Here we go. Is it gonna work? We're gonna be able to do the things? Let's adjust a little bit. Michelle, you know, if you saw what I was doing right now, I feel like I should just, we're gonna go live on Instagram and then I'm gonna show what I'm doing so that people can actually see my crystal tripod setup that I have going on. And then, oh, let's make my chair go down so my head's not cut off. But I'm gonna just, I feel like I have to just show the people. So I just made I can't show Facebook, but I just made a crystal tripod for my phone. It's made up of malachite and obsidian and dendritic agate. So I feel like there's a lot of good vibes going into my Instagram live stream right now. Hey, how is everyone? So this is my first official live stream since my Facebook verification has gone through. It does not seem to have affected my notifications to my followers, however, since we've still only got 7 people watching on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Well, I just finished a full day. Hey, Kristen Atkins, one of Michelle's and my incredible ERC practitioners. They're joining. Hey, Theo. Yeah, everyone say hi. Tell me where you're watching from if you're tuning in. I just finished a full day of Simran. Hi. I just finished a full day of Healy webinars and extravaganzas, and it was a really amazing, productive day. And we had 2 incredible luminous leadership calls for the Healy women's movement that were really informative, and we're doing an incredible another day-long retreat in February. And I was just actually at dinner talking about what Michelle's and my session was going to be called, and Michelle, I couldn't come up with anything super amazing and unique, so we have to decide on a title for our session. I did decide on my personal titles for my sessions, but Yeah, hello from Canada. We've got Australia tuning in. Ohio. Anyway, so I just got home and I've been at it since I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. And so that's why I look a little bit tired, because I've been up and webinaring all the live long day. And I was like, well, I got home and I'm like, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine. I feel like I need to just have a glass of wine, chill a little bit so I can wind down and go to bed. And I was like, you know what? I actually feel like live streaming, and I haven't felt like live streaming for a while. And so I wanted to pop on, and I mostly wanted to pop on because I began my newest business mastermind yesterday. And it's been over 2 years since I facilitated a business mastermind. This one's called Wealth Warrior, and we had our welcome call last night. Doors are still open actually till 2/22/22, so we're like really amping up and taking advantage of this 2/22/22 all the 2/2 portal. So we began yesterday, and doors are open till 2/22. Stephanie's actually in there. She just popped on Facebook. Hey. But I just woke up this morning and was like, wow. I opened my Telegram chat and channel from the program and was reading all of the women's comments, and I was just blown away. And energetically, I was blown away also last night in the container. But I woke up this morning and I was like, this is the most powerful container I've ever facilitated. And that's saying a lot, because I have facilitated some epic fucking containers over the years. Like, let me just tell you, like, anywhere from like mini, like master classes to mini events to long, programs. And the energy on this welcome call in this container last night blew my mind. And so, while I'm here to tell you how amazing the program is, of course, what I wanted to talk more about is the energy of this year. And one of the things that I did on this welcome call that I haven't actually ever really done before was more open, vulnerable, transparent, authentic, uncomfortable than I've ever personally been facilitating a container. And it's because I am in the fucking fire right now. Like, I am going through my own personal initiations. And this work, this Wealth Warrior work, which is a business hypermind for spiritual entrepreneur women, this has been dropping in for 6 months. And this initiation for me has been coming over this last 6 months. And it's really wild how I'm being called to such a higher level of personal responsibility and accountability in every single area of my life. And I was reflecting on this today, actually, because I started having some realizations about my finances and about where I have been really lax in diligently being aware of where my money is and where my money's going. And I'm going through another wealth and financial initiation right now as well. And it's been really interesting because I'm like, through it all this time, in other times where I might have felt constricted or confined or worried, like, there's definitely been the discomfort. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, anytime you're going through radical growth and transformation and expansion and you're experiencing constrictions, or you're experiencing, I like to call it forced evolution. It's like when you're not actually paying attention to the signs and the universe is like, hey bitch, hey bitch, hey bitch, hey bitch. And you're like, what? You're dodging it. And you're like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. And then all of a sudden you have to get a fucking Mack truck in the face because you're not paying attention. Like, I call it forced evolution. So, so forced evolution is what I refer to it as. And I have been definitely in some forced evolution the last couple of months. But this time it's been so different because the energy of this year is so different. And literally, like, every time it happens, and even in the discomfort, and even in, places where it's like I've been called back to visit places that I haven't been in so long. And it's because I'm being called to a higher level of service, which means I'm being called to a higher level of accountability, personal accountability, which means I'm being called to a higher level. Oh, hey, Jason Cisneros, are you here to troll me? Which means I'm being called to a higher level of, like radical self-accountability for walking the walk and talking the talk, right? And, or not just talking the talk, it's literally walking the walk. It's showing up. And I think it's not just showing up. And that's the thing I think that was really interesting about this container last night is it's not just showing up. It's as a leader and as somebody who, is putting myself out in the world as a teacher and somebody who is, one of my personal missions is to universalize the message for the masses, like this message of deconstructing financial slavery consciousness and emancipating people from slavery. To stand, I can't just stand in that, and I can't just be the example of that. I have to be radically in alignment in those areas. I can no longer just be doing what everybody else is doing. I have to actually excel. I have to actually be doing more than my community is doing to show up in states of radical alignment. And so I think that that's really what came through in the container last night, and where we were all just like, oh my God, what's happening here? Like, it was crazy. And Stephanie's like, she's like, I'm legit scared. I don't know how many people on the call last night were like, oh my God, what the fuck have I got myself into? Right? But look, like, this is the thing. And no matter where you're living in the world, it is time for the leaders to stand up. And I'm actually really glad that Jason is on this call, because he's such an amazing example of somebody who, for the last, I would say, since I've known him really, but certainly the last 2 years has been somebody who not only has walked the walk of the things that he's speaking about and the message that he's sharing, he has radically gone above and beyond anyone else I know that is in his position. And he's been such an incredible, just example of what I think we all need to be right now. And, I've seen him speaking out about things, and I've seen him, get called out on the things that he said, but he's held his ground and he's held his position. And this to me is really like, this is what a wealth warrior is about, right? And the reason that Jason can do this so effectively, and if you're not following Jason Cisneros, then definitely go follow him on all the social medias. I think maybe he won't let you on his personal Instagram page, but you can follow him at The Bald Avenger on Instagram. But definitely follow him here on Facebook. He has an incredible community called Misfit Nation. And now I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I was going to say something, but then I was like, I need to give all the social media plugs. And then I lost my completely epic train of thought, where I was going to edify you even more than I already am, which he's loving at the moment, by the way, which is why he's not trolling. He's saying thank you. What was I going to say, though? It was something good. Walks the walk, talks the talk, been showing up. I just think that, I was saying the reason that he can do this, the reason that he actually can fully energetically back all the work that he does, is because he's properly resourced to do so. So he spent 20 years, or I don't know how long it was, Jason, building your businesses. He has a lot of life experience there under the belt as well. But, he spent years building an empire that was service-based and oriented as well, but then sold those businesses to really step into his, divine mission and his calling around really serving the planet as a patriot and as a defender of human rights is really what I think he does. I mean, he may say that he does something different, but that's really like how I see him. And on not only from a high level, but on the ground floor, and like really taking action in that way. But he's able to do that because he's properly resourced. So for me, this is what this program is about, Wealth Warrior. Like when this program started dropping in, and when I started realizing like that I wanted to step back into spiritual business coaching, it was about helping spiritual entrepreneurs be properly resourced so that they can change the world. So somebody just asked on Instagram, it's Jason Cisneros. So you can follow him on Facebook at Jason Cisneros. He's the Bald Avenger on Instagram. He's also the Jason Cisneros on Instagram, but he does some weird thing with his personal page. So I don't know if he's allowing people on there or not at the moment. But you can definitely follow him at the Bald Avenger on Instagram. And then he's Jason Cisneros on Facebook. And I think it's kind of rude that you popped on here, by the way, Jason, and now this has become the Jason Cisneros show instead of the Leah Steele show, where I was talking about my program. Now we're talking about you and all your programs, and I think it's kind of bullshit. So I'm just going to throw that out there for a minute. And then my internet is acting up for I'm going to try to swap my internet over. My internet on my Instagram live is acting up, so anyway, but I do think it's great that he popped on because, you know, he obviously wanted this to be about him. He's not even trolling me, which just shows you that he's happy that he's being celebrated in a public forum, which is not his style actually either. But normally he's trolling me by this point and saying all kinds of inappropriate things on my Facebook page. So, you know, I don't know. It's been a while since we've done this. It feels a little bit unfamiliar. Like I'm not quite sure what to say to get you to have appropriate trolling comments. He's being actually quite kind tonight. So now he's saying like, I'm always so proud of you. Anyway, so thanks, Jason, for everything that you do. But this is literally the purpose behind why I'm even doing this program in the first place, is that I believe that spiritual entrepreneurs need to be properly resourced so that they can do their work in the world. And, you know, obviously a lot of the work I do is around deconstructing programming and conditioning around money beliefs, right? And around, you know, us believing as a collective that having money is greedy, or desiring to have more is greedy, and that we're gonna all of a sudden, like, if we get money, become these like horrible, evil beings that are just like out to destroy humanity. Well, one of the exercises that I ask my clients to constantly do is to make two lists. And like one list is people who have money are, and to write all the negative things that people who have money are, and then people who have money are, and write all the positive things. And then to go line item by line item and disprove those things to themselves, right? So it might be like people who have money are greedy. And it's like, okay, well, is that ultimately true? Well, no, because I know this one entrepreneur who is not completely selfless, but very, very selfless, and is constantly giving money away, and is constantly doing something for the greater good, not unlike Jason Cisneros, that, you know, and it's like, okay, so that's not ultimately true. People who have money aren't greedy. Because the fact of the matter is that people who have money are just people who have money. They're not good or bad. People are not good or bad. And when we assign that type of energetic attachment to something like a resource that's actually there to be used as an ally for you, then that's how we stay programmed and conditioned. That's how we stay manipulated. That's how we stay in states of being able to be controlled and used as part of an agenda that doesn't serve our highest and best good. And so for me, this is like, for me in 2022, like this is really what I'm focused on. This is really what I want to do. I want to help spiritual entrepreneurs step into their message, get really, really clear on it. I'm so tired of seeing coaches in the online space throwing spaghetti at walls to see what will stick. Like, I really want people to figure out, why the fuck are you here? Why are you on this planet? What is the message that you're meant to share in the world? And to get out there and actually start authentically sharing that message, to step into radical responsibility and accountability for the work you're here to do in the world, to bring yourself into states of radical alignment. And take it from me, who's had her ass handed to her for the last 3 months. Like, radical states of alignment means radical states of alignment. anything and everything in your life that is not serving your highest and best good must go this year. Period. Watching from Giza right next to the Sphinx. I wish that's where I was right now. I don't. I love being in Bali, but that sounds like a really great second place to be. Let's see what he said. An asshole without money is an asshole with an asshole without money is an asshole with money. Figure out who you are and be that in every circumstance. Exactly. So he said it in one sentence, what it took me a paragraph to say. So see, he's here trying to best me already. So anyway, I just think that this year, I really don't feel energetically like this year is here for any, I feel like all of humanity is being called to really look at like what's not working. It's like, it feels like we're getting this like little bit of a pause right now. And it's like, okay, reset. Like this last 2 years has been like total fuckery. So reset. What actually serves your highest and best good? What is out of alignment for you? What is in alignment for you? What would make your life so much better that you can't even dream or imagine what would happen if you stepped into that version of yourself? And that's a confronting thing. Like, and it's been very confronting for me to be like, okay, well, yeah, I built this incredible business. Yep, I've made a lot of money over the last few years. Where am I not holding myself to radical alignment in my life, in areas that are making me unhappy, in areas where I'm not showing up in my highest and best good, in areas where I'm not showing up in the highest and best good of all the people around me? And what am I willing to do about that? Am I just going to keep talking about coming into alignment? I don't think that's what this year is going to allow us to do. I think it's really going to make us look at the excuses that we're making, the way that we're pacifying certain people in our life, the way that we're pacifying ourselves, the way that we're making excuses to ourselves, because ultimately it all comes down to what we're telling ourselves. And are we willing to confront all that bullshit and actually step into the greatest version of ourselves? Like, are we actually willing to do that? I'm genuinely curious. I know that 32 women have said, fuck yes, they're ready to do that. And they started doing that with me yesterday. And so I'm definitely putting out a call right now to any other women that, you know, are you in a place in your business where your income isn't consistent? Are you in a place in your business where you're not loving what you're doing anymore? Because I'm going to tell you, over the last year, like, there's been a lot of parts of my business that they don't light me up anymore, and I'm not loving them. And literally, it's all become glaringly obvious to me right now. We're being given incredible choice and incredible energetic support to step into versions of ourselves that we never dreamed could imagine. But the other thing that I think is happening right now is that if we choose not to come into radical alignment with who we're meant to be and the work that we're meant to be doing in the world, that we're going to get our asses handed to us this year. And I've been seeing it time and time and time and time after time in the last month and a half, with my close friends, with women that are, you know, in my sphere, in my circle, that are powerful as fuck, just getting their asses handed to them. So it's time, you know, for me, it's like there's so much health stuff that I've been avoiding. There's a lot of childhood trauma stuff that I've been avoiding. And it's just like, nope, no more. Like, this is it. Deal with it now, because you have big work to do this year. Like, and of course, every time I start a container, it's a massive initiation. But I've never quite experienced an initiation like this. I've never experienced a container like this. And I'm so excited. Like, I am so excited to step into this arena with these women who are willing to go all in on their business. And yeah, the year of the tiger's not pussyfooting. That is for sure. So there are some spots still available. There is an up level of this program, Wealth Warrior, that's called Wisdom Keeper, that actually includes one-on-one work with me. And I haven't done one-on-one work in this way in a really, really long time. So there's just a few of those spots left. I think 9 of those Wisdom Keeper spots left. And there are some spots available in Wealth Warrior. So if you want to know more about this, just email www@theleahsteele.com and we'll send you all the information on the program. There's no sales page. This is a high-level offering, mid and high-level offering for me. So there's not a place where you can like go read about it and find out about it. You got to message me to find out if it's a good fit. So you can message me at, again, send a message to WW, which stands for Wealth Warrior, at, Stephanie's like, just sign up. Wealth Warrior, www@theleahsteele.com is how you find out more about this program. And yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this work. And I'm so excited for the women that are showing up. And yeah, I'm excited for this year. You know, it's been rough. It's been a rough start. And last year was a rough end. But each day that goes by, I'm feeling lighter. Each day that goes by, I'm feeling more empowered. Each day that goes by, like more of the puzzle pieces are dropping in. And I'm always grateful for initiations because I know no matter what, in the moment that seems like the darkest and most challenging moment of your life, it is literally the universe delivering you the biggest blessing you've ever been given. And as long as you just show up and keep doing your part and keep surrendering and keep taking inspired action to get through it, like on the other side of it's going to be something that you never even dreamed was possible. So I would love for you to come join me in Wealth Warrior or Wisdom Keeper. So send me an email for more information and come join me and Stephanie, who's been here cheerleading on this live stream. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Farewell.